Here, back in the second quarter here for the Rockets to start back in their comeback and ready, locked in mode. Back to Colton. He'll take coverage here in the second quarter. Gives it back to Edwin. Feeds it back. Safe. No foul in there. Gabriella with the board. Collects the rebound, puts it in. Here comes Dom, who feeds it up to Julia. Julia on the feed, the cut. Mustafa with the bucket, no good. Rebound, Colton Judge ahead the pack. Almost loses it. Colton pulls the mid-range. Up, under. Mustafa collects the steal. And gives it up. Dom, who feeds it up. And travel is going to be charged right there. Gonna go back. Leads it back to Howie. Gabriella board, up, under, coverage, almost stolen by Dom. And Colton collects the board. Pierce Carr Harris will take up the rebound for the Sharks. Pierce pulls the three. Short. And Save collects the rebound. Safe. Gets it back. Edwin pulls the three. In and out. Julia collects it on a rebound as well. Edwin collects the steal on Howie. And Howie going in. Howie pulling another rebound. Rebound Gabriella and a jump ball tied up. Next we got Hornets and Strikers. Here on another Peacock adventure. And Julia down the floor. Julia gives it up. Right there on a kick and a feed. Feeds it. Dom. Dom getting double teamed by Safe and Gabriella. Switch. Dom flicks it. Up a three. In and out. Mustafa the rebound. Collects it. There's a couple of defenders and a travel by Mustafa. And it's going to go back to the Rockets here. The Sharks are losing balance, but the Rockets are getting offensively good here. Trying to get some way to come back here in the second and come back here. Howie flicks it. Colton Judge a three. Got it. Rattles in a triple. Rattles in a three by Colton Judge. And he is a rocket booster. Comes it back Mustafa. Sharking his way. Mustafa lays it in. Mustafa puts a bucket in for the Sharks. Going back Safe. Trying to get it there. Going to go back. On a feed. Comes Howie out the pack. Edwin the three. No, rebound back. Carr Harris leads it back. Dom all by himself. Leads it. Dom flips it. No foul. And a whistle going the other way. Going to go back here for the Sharks. Leads it back to Mustafa. Mustafa will kick it back. Dom. Open three. In and out. Rebound Mustafa again. Mustafa lays it in. After the missed rebound, Mustafa puts it in. After that transition bucket, transition rebound, and here comes Howie. Howie going into it. Back to Howie, kicks it out. Open, Judge three. Rebound Howie, in and out. Dom collects the board here for the Sharks. Pierce Carr Harris leaves it for Julia. And cannot get the touch pass for Julia. And going back, here comes Safe, tops it back to Aaron Judge. Colton Judge back on the mid-range. Pure, in and out. Carr Harris saves the rebound for the Sharks. Still sharking for a rebound. Taps it back to Dom. Back to Julia. Julia gives it back. Julia for two. In and out. Mustafa out of another rebound. That's his 6th to 7th rebound of the night. Back-to-back mid-range under. And rebound Gabriella. Gives it back to Edwin. Ball handling by Edwin. On a feed. Howie. Colton Judge open three. No. And Carr Harris gives it back to Pierce. And they want a sub. Rockets want a sub. Him with the Sharks. Braylon and the rest of the crew is coming in. Back Howie. Howie, safe. Lays it in, no, safe. Halves it, safe, no good. And back to Braylon. Back to Jasper, who gives it back to Dom. Dom on a feed, back to Mustafa. Wants to leave it for Julia, and now sub for the Sharks and the Rockets. Lane and Braylon coming in with Edwin, Freddie. And Jesse will stay out. And we'll Colton Judge here. And go back Edwin on the head of steam. Now they have to pack Edwin, puts on the floater, no. Edwin gets a rebound for the Sharks. Colton Judge mid-range. Cuts another board. Stays heavy pressure and a foul on Pierce. It's going to be a substitution here and a foul for a challenge. Calls on the ground around. It's going to be Rockets ball here. Rockets will get the ball here. Here with just 8:24 to go here in the quarter of this game here on Amazon Prime. Gonna give it back. Switches. Finds an open Colton Judge for three, and it's good. Knocks it down from Jupiter. And he knows how to rocket that in from deep. Gonna give it back. Mustafa down the lane. Kicks it, feeds. Last touch by Mustafa going out of bounds. And Rockets will get it back, and Freddie will inbound it. Here for the Rockets. Safe. Keeping it safe here. Safe down the lane. Blocked by Pierce. Sending him all the way to Connecticut. And here comes Lane. Bounce it back. Freddie with the denial. A little bit of a steel check denial thing. Going back Euros. Finds it. And a offensive foul is going to be on Freddie. And that's going to go the other way. Sharks ball right here. On a kick out. Going back to Lane. Lane hits an open three. In and out. Rebound Freddie. And a travel on Freddie. Another turnover. Sharks get it back. And Sharks are having a good time here, taking this game up by 7 to 8 points. D3 kicks it out. Lane open for three. And it's good. And it's a rainbow three by Lane Kudrowski. Hits a corner three. Gives it back. Howie. And just lost it back to Edwin. Edwin pulls up a banking three by Edwin. Pulls in the banking shot. Rockets are coming back. The tight ball game was just 6:23 to go. Down the lane. No foul. And the foul was going to be on Colton Judge. Gives it back, Braylon. Gives it back to Dom. Dom, Euros. No good. And gives it back to Mustafa. Step back three, Mustafa on a three. Dom almost gets it back, but Howie gets a rebound. So gives it back to Safe. Safe gives it back to Howie. Freddie will lay it up and in. No. Edwin gets a board. Carr Harris on the floor. Edwin spins, deuces, finds the open man. Howie for three. And it's banked in. He called glass on the three. Howie opens the window for the Rockets. Pierce on a switch. Going back. Leads an open lane for three. Nope, Safe with the rebound. Safe, and Mustafa saves it. Leads it for Dom. And Dom with the backdoor cut. Dom will find some space. No foul down the lane. Edwin leads it up. And last touch by Edwin. Was going to give it to Howie. Going back to the Sharks on offense. And this is starting to heat up here. It's a 4-point game. Gives it back, open. Oh, got it! Knocks down the Jupiter three. Knocks it down. Colton Judge at your service. And knocks it down for Colton. And Colton Judge is heating up here for the Rockets. And it's a 1-point game. Deadly three from Colton Judge. Judging the aspect of that three, and the Sharks will take it with 4 minutes to have. Sharks are playing awesome offense. Seeing that lane for three, off the window, no. Gabriella gives it to Edwin. Edwin on the pack. Edwin, Euros, back to Gracie Dreffs. Last touch by Grace Dreffs. Going the other way here. Sharks get the possession and will give it back. Leads it back to Villanova, and here comes Mustafa down the court. Landon almost reached in. Down the lane, Mustafa, no. And rebound, Gabriella. Mustafa, another rebound. That's his 9th attempt. Dom, open, Pierce. Got it! Rainbow three! Sharks it down, takes another one, a bite. Knocks it down. And the Sharks lead back to 4. And here comes back, kicks it. Landon out of the corner, coming Euros. And last touch by Landon. Sharks will get it back. I know it's going to be an inbound play. Rockets will get it back here. By Pierce, going inbound there. Pierce out of the pack, out of the rim. Going back, rebound back. Landon out of the pack, spins. Finds the needle. Gabriella gets the board. Cannot feed another board for Gabriella. Feeds an open Howie. Howie another board. Howie floats it in. Somehow floats it in. 2-point game with just 2 minutes to play. And timeout Sharks. They want to talk it over. 2-point game on the line here. Amazon Prime. Back to back. Time to time. Tick tock the clock. We'll come back here. Amazon Prime. Neck to neck. 32-30. We'll be back here. Amazon Prime. And here comes Pierce coming out for the Sharks here. Mustafa almost stripping hands by Edwin. Edwin almost gets it back, reaching on Edwin. And Mustafa will get it out of bounds. And about to Pierce. Gives it back, Braylon. On a feed, back to Dom. Dom will control it here for the Sharks. Back to Mustafa. Mustafa will try to put a bucket and a travel by Mustafa. And going the other way, Rockets will get it back. Rockets will get it back and we're discussing with the rest a little bit with Allen here. Edwin gives it back, Landon. We have this game, back to Howie. Howie will lead it back. Leaves it open, Edwin for three for the lead. In and out. Landon gets a clever rebound, gives it back. Rebound no good. Callum Harris. Car Harris with a rebound. With 1 minute to play here. And the Sharks are sharking down by 2 points. And here comes Mustafa down the court. And Edwin's on him. Gets a switch. The feed. A whistle and a foul. And the ref is trying to make peace here with the foul trouble here. Hushin. Three is good by Dom. And Dom did not hit the three. Next is Hornets and Strikers next up here. Here for the channel, here for the day. They go back, saves it back, leads it for Car Harris, and they lead by 4. Pressuring on the defense. Just pressuring in here. Edwin lays it, no. Pierce with a rebound and gives it back to Mustafa. And here comes Mustafa, a good screen by Pierce. On a switch there. Mustafa will clean up the board and will consume some time here for the Sharks. Gives it back, Jasper spins and lays it in. Sharks by 6. With just 52 to go. Coming back. Howie kicks it up. Gracie on a kick out. Gracie trying to get some defensive coverage. Gives it back, Edwin in the corner for 3, in and out. And this will do it. Sharks will take it. And Sharks will try to advance here. On a feed, back to Lane. Lane will try to get a bucket. We'll give it out to Mustafa. Car Harris pulls up the feed. Triple, rainbow 3. Bites in the 3. Car Harris, and that'll do it. 39 to 30. And the Sharks are really putting on the pressure here. Mustafa with the steal, and the lead steal here for the Sharks to chop it down. And just chopping up some time here for the Sharks. Mustafa D, 3, and now we'll do it. The Sharks will win it 39-30, lead by 9. And we'll go for another try for the next round here for the semis, and now we'll do it. To win it here in the OCC, we'll do it. .39, and that takes a lot of courage for these two teams to come back, and luckily Sharks advance. And we lead by 9, and now we'll do it. Next we'll get Peacock for these 2 elite teams. And ESPN for these 2 teams here for the Hornets and the strikers here. ESPN coverage coming up next. Getting ready to get wings and engines pumping up here.